Alrighty then, this one I call the respect reservoir. I've been sitting on this one for a little while. And so, obviously, especially in relationships or, dealing with anybody really, we also kind of start with a mutual level of respect, depending on our own vibration, our own experiences, what we bring to the table. So, say we start at a level of respect here. Standard procedure, everybody, you're just being nice and polite and all that sort of stuff. But then we share experiences together. We learn and grow. We might go for a bushwalk or go for picnics, and we might do some sports events or something. And we're sharing and growing and learning about each other, and we're connecting a bond. So then, therefore, the water level goes up. How good's that? It's fantastic. We love that. But then, say we have if we're still drinking alcohol, which, by the way, lots of people's entire lives seem to be dependent on it, including relationships. And you'll see if one person stops drinking alcohol, they start seeing the other person in a different light completely. Because it's just sugars feeding their own critters and parasites, and then they have to come out in emotional imbalances and losing your shit. And when you do that water level drops big time. So when there's, someone loses their crap, or they get emotional, or they do something stupid, or yell at someone in the street, or just random acts of silliness, then that water that used to be at a good height just flows over and flows over. And depending on that person's level of conductivity, and if they've opened up the detox pathways and the digestion, then, okay, that water can flow out easy enough. We don't hold on to our shit for too long. But if a person has got their digestion and they haven't fixed it or cleansed it out, or know about green smoothies and herbs and things, then they're blocked. So the emotions that are stored in the organs are going to just go, I can't get out. And then that is going to have to come out at some point. And if we have to go and get in and just launch at somebody, or have an emotional imbalance, or go, no, they're not good enough, can't do that, and then that's incredibly negative. So then it gets, whatever has been released in the body during that outburst or that experience gets stuck. Might move to another area, but if you don't have the detox pathways open or fixed digestion, then it's still stored there. It hasn't gone anywhere. So that's going to have to come out again. And again. And again. And again. Oh, and by the way, by that time, that relationship's done. Because who wants to hang around an emotional 5-year-old retard? Because retard means slow, they're emotionally slow, their digestion is slow, their organs are slow. So there's none of these stories, and it's actually in the body. And unless it gets fixed, nothing happens at all. It just keeps getting repeated. Like if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend type, then guess what? You generally, pretty much all the time, you're either screwing your mother or your father, because that's the way the subconscious mind with their inner child has always looked at them as a hero figure or as an attractive figure, because they've cared for us. It just happens. We've looked up at them for 15 years until we got to teenage years or so, and then started realizing, hang on, they weren't the hero model I thought they were. And as a result, that type, they're just like playing with their father. Oh, look, it might be a different look slightly, or a different body, but it's the same person with the same frequencies that match yours, that is a slightly different one for us to learn from each person. Usually it's liver and spleen related across here. That's where we go, grr. And that's our self, that's our relationships, how we see ourselves and how we see others. So, and then of course, if we start a new relationship, okay, we get the mutual respect level, we share and we grow and we do good things and bond together, but then we lose our shit. And if that person is, if the person or the reservoir hasn't been built structurally in engineering and is like safe and secure with a strong, solid foundation, well then that person just goes, I don't want them anymore, I'll just fight on to the next one, or the next one. And it's the same person the whole time. So they've spent their whole life essentially fucking their father. Or marauding with their mother, not a good word, but mollycoddled by their mother is better. That's interesting. Whew. Association, that one can come out, we'll fix it done with that one. So you see how it kind of works. Like if we don't improve ourselves and actually do it in the body, we're just repeating the same patterns. And patterns are, like people say it's the same pattern. Guess what? What's the pattern in the body? It's usually the fungal network or the frequencies to particular organs that our mind is not connected to in our subconscious body that we don't see. So we rely on somebody else as an external source to tell us. So the guy here that's running the whole operations manager of the reservoir is not going to know how to fix it himself. He needs to go to the engineer to come in, and the engineer goes, oh, this bit here, there's a crack. Oh, hang on. But that crack goes up through the foundation to the side, and then that's gone. And then if that's not fixed, then we age faster, and the whole project is kaput. That's good stuff. That's not life.